Where is the binder? I actually have no idea where any of my binders are. That's a wee bit concerning. I don't know what I did with my binder. Is it in this random pile of things? There's only one left, or one place I have left to look. Huh. Well, I just moved everything around. Got rid of a bunch of stuff, so I have no idea what I did with my binders in that move. So I'll find those at some other point. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Oh, I'm gonna grab my phone really quickly. I have it charging. I will be right back. Okay. Oh. Hello, hello. Let's see who we got in here. Hey, what's up, Time Warped, Red Cabbage, and Yorsome? What's going on? Time Warped. I've been okay getting ready for Commander Day Commander Day tomorrow, so I'm deciding on what decks to bring. Ah, sounds very, very cool. Hopefully all goes well there. Yeah. Hopping on tonight, looking for my third commander I want to lock in. So right now I have Taval and Arna, and I am very much enjoying both of those. They are both very fun commanders. But I want to lock in a third one. I've been really liking the idea and, you know, in action, having commanders that I like am upgrading all the time now that are like locked in. So that's been really fun and enjoyable. So having a third one, you know, as like a, sorry if this is messing with the mic. 1 second. So having a third one of like a different strat to kind of look for cards for, you know, is something that I think would be cool. So let me I want to look for a commander on EDH Rec here. So I want red to be in the colors because I have no red commanders and I have a ton of red cards sitting around that I want to use. So red I want to be one of the colors. I'm trying to think what I want like follow-up colors to be because I'm more of a lock in my color guy and then figure out from there, like with when I build. Um, so I'm a multicolor guy. I'm a 3-color deck guy. So it has to include red and it has to be 3 colors. So it's gonna be Grixis, Jund, Naya, Jeskai, Mardu, or Teemer. Okay. I love to play with black as well. But I don't think I like red black together. If I'm being honest, I'm not a big fan of red black together. I like red. That's the thing. I'm not really sure. So let's see what I do like with red. I don't mind Timir or Teemer. It's not my favorite. Mardu, I absolutely hate. I'm not gonna build a Mardu deck. Jeskai, I absolutely, not absolutely hate, but I'm really not a big fan of it. Naya is okay. I like Jund, but there's really no cool Jund commanders that I want to build. Not a huge Grixis guy. So yeah, like Jund or like Tamir are the only two that really resonate with me. And I've like looked so many times and I can't find a commander that I like in those colors. So maybe you guys could help me here. Let me think. You should finally make a Boros deck. Oh, I hate Boros, dude. Mono red, yuck. So here's the thing. I was considering building a Mono red deck the other day, and I was gonna build Ashling, and I was curious what everybody thought about that. This girl. I was thinking this would be cool. Bro, don't knock it till you try it. Yeah, you're right. Ashling seemed sweet. Like she's one that I kind of wanted to build and like take a unique direction. That's the thing though. Like I need. Oh, I love having multicolor though. Like having support colors are like is so useful. You know what I mean? Just like having something else. Sounds like standard mono red storm to me. Not gonna lie, but very straightforward in a good way. Yeah, I know, and I don't really want to play it that way. I'm such a I want to build like something unique. Like that's just like that's like my cool spice build. That's like, oh, that's a cool way to do that. Let me think of how I could build this girl. Whenever you cast your copy and it's your sorcery spell, discard a card, then draw a card. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, Ashling Flame Dancer deals 2 damage to each opponent and each creature they don't control. If it's the third time, add 4 red. And you don't lose unspent red. There's no ways to blink in red, really. I mean, like conjure, but like no way. Instant speed. This would be cool if you could like make her like a new instance of Ashling, so you could go back through the cycle and like keep looping it. But there's no way to really do that. I love playing multicolor too, but it's overrated. Playing one color isn't leaving you at a disadvantage. Is there a particular theme you want to do? Not really. I'm looking for a commander that like really interests me. Let me look at some more monocolored commanders. Maybe 2-color. I really haven't looked at like any 2-color commanders. Like Gruul seems kind of interesting to me. Like I like Kashiro a lot, but like I'm not an equipment or aura guy, and that's his whole deal. So that's not really a me thing. Minskin Boo's really cool. Feldorn Dreadwolf Herald. She's pretty sick, but I'm not gonna run any of the like really highly ran stuff if I'm being honest. So I'm probably gonna scroll down for all these lists. Gimli's pretty cool. I made a cool, fun Gimli deck on my channel once, but I don't think it's one that I'd actually end up playing. Is there a particular thing? Clothis group slug to lose some friends, lol. Oh, is she the god? Yeah, she got a destiny. Yeah. I've tried like so many god builds and they're all just like the same like value engine machines. Oh, the little baby is upset. Oh, the little baby. Gladius. Yeah, none of these look fun. Yeah, I'm such a 3-color player. Like I need to run like I want blue and I want red. So like it's got to be Tamir, it's got to be Jeskai, or it's got to be Grixis. I just know what I like, you know what I mean? I played for so long. It's like that's just some stuff just doesn't interest me. No matter how many times I look in the fridge, there's no new food, you know what I mean? Let's see. Parnassi, we already tried her. Or Parnase, whatever. Dr. Eggman's pretty cool, but I'm just not a Sonic. Not a Sonic guy. Not a Sonic guy. I would consider myself a pretty slow dude. Cedrus the Trader King's always fun, but I already have Graveyard. I really don't want that again. Tetsuo Imperial Champion. 3/3. Tetsuo deals damage. Sorry. When it attacks, if it's equipped, choose one. Deals damage equal to the highest mana value among equipments attached to it to any target. You may cast an instant sorcery spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to the highest mana value among equipments attached to Tetsuo without paying its mana cost. Ooh. I kind of like Tetsuo because it almost feels like you don't have to lean that heavily into the equipment thing. You just have to like get one on him and it's like really good. You know what I mean? Even if you can get a pair of boots on him, like that's really good. Getting to cast a 2-drop or less for free or shock something every time he attacks. That's actually pretty decent. Because like I feel like it's trying to trick me. You know what I mean? It's trying to be like, oh, all in on the equipments, run all the equipments, all the fun equipment stuff, run like all the tutors, run this, run that, run this, and then you get the classic problem with all the equipment decks where you're like, oh, I have no room for any of this. I really can't fit all the creatures to do the equipments. I can't run all the equipments as well. I can't run all the synergy with equipments and the mana ramp and the card draw. I feel like we could try to do something cool with him. I'm gonna open him on the side here. We'll consider him. He's pretty cool, actually. I considered Evelyn, but apparently everyone else had the same idea with her, so not a big fan anymore. Okay, so Grixis is a no-go. What about Jeskai? I tried Zinnia, bought the precon, wasn't a fan. Turned it into Arna, and I like Arna way more. Sounds fun. Would you consider running a Tamir deck? Yeah, I'm gonna look at Tamir after this. It's just all my decks are so like creature focused that I'm like, it would be cool to have one where it's like you're just focused on like a whole. Tetsuo feels way different than like tokens or like Reanimator. Both my decks are like very creature themed right now. I'm not a huge fan of partners, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I do not like Jeskai commanders. Tamir. Oh, Tamir. Who is her? Who is her? Who's she? Eshki, Tamir's Roar, blue, green, red, 2/2. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on Eshki. If that spell's power is 4 or greater, draw a card. If that spell's power is 6 or greater, Eshki deals damage equal to Eshki's power to each opponent. This is crazy. Eshki's real good. Was she the main commander out of that precon? Or was it Aruni? Probably her. She's really good. But she's just another creature deck, you know what I mean? Like just like the other thing. Hey, did you ever build the Lazav deck you brewed? Oh my god. I never thought there'd come a day where I brewed so many decks that I forget which one. No, I haven't actually built it. I don't have a Lazav deck. I'm trying to think of which one you're talking about. Man, I literally make too many decks. Eshki's cool. She's just another creature deck. Aruni was the fave commander. Rookie, Rashmi. Rashmi and Ragaman was fun, but just got stale pretty quick. Loot's a little too straightforward. Avina, Loot the Pathfinder. Balluna's like backing you into a corner. Lara Croft is Lara Croft. Aluna enters the battlefield does damage equal to the number of elements you control. That's not bad. Eshki Dragonhawk Crawl is kind of cool. 1 in Tamir for a 4/4 Vigilance, Trample, Ward 1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast both a creature spell and a non-creature spell, draw a card and put 2/1/1 counters on Eshki. Eshki's pretty good. Built-in protection, built-in evasion, built-in, vigilance, so you can attack and defend. And at the beginning of your combat, she can become a 6/6 if you played both a creature and a normal spell. So if you can play like her plus a 1-drop instant or sorcery, you're getting her as a 6/6 plus drawing a card on the turn she comes out. That's really good. And then you already have a 6/6 threat on the table. Or you play her and you run a bunch of 1-drop counter spells and 1-drop protection. So if someone tries to deal with her with like a counter spell or with removal, you can play her into like a counter spell to stop their removal, and then you also get her trigger while also stopping them from killing her. So that's pretty cool. LOL, my bad. I could have sworn you made one. Some Dimir deck. Oh, was it the ancient one? Eski's pretty cool. I'm gonna save her. That's actually a pretty solid turn when she comes out play. I like that. Gimbal's okay. Swarmlord's okay. Me the Immortal's alright. Sirach, 13 dot there. Borbagamos, Shores of Ireni, the song unending. And Tet the Dreamer. Yeah, really none of these are doing it either for me. Man, I wish there was commanders that were more like, I definitely want to build that. What 2 colors might I consider here? I like blue a lot. Let's look at it. Is there any unique Izzet commanders that aren't Spellslinger that I could run? Captain Howler is cool, but like everyone in a meta building that one. Yeah, the ancient one. Yeah, I didn't build that one. It was my dream deck, quote unquote. I got way too excited. Just like everything else. Just like everything else, I built it and then play tested it, and I was like, I'm not a huge fan of this. I'm not a huge. Galaz is kind of cool. 2 blue red, 3/4 flying. When it enters, create a treasure token. Artifacts you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast instants or sorcery spells. Galaz is pretty cool. You said Akun and Zinder Split are so fun. Oh, these guys, the coin deck. Man, I just don't like being backed into a corner. That deck's just like, yep, you're running the coin deck. And I'm like, I don't want to run. I just want to do something unique on this one. Galaz, that's pretty cool. I feel like we could take this a cool direction. I'm trying to figure out what we could run that makes... Because obviously treasure tokens is the first thing that everyone's going to think of when they look at this. But he already comes in with a built-in treasure token, which is like a built-in mana ramp piece, which is awesome. And what I'm thinking is we could find some cooler ways to mass produce tokens other than treasures. That could be really, really fun in this deck. You will flip coins. Yeah, you son of a... You will flip coins. Spyro the Dragon deck. Yeah, literally, Spyro, dude. I play a Voltron with pump and copy spells. Ooh, that's cool. I actually like that. Yeah, let's see. What, like, I need to lock in, like, a theme I like. Because I like Galaz too. Let me see what else we got here. Yeah, nothing else really Baral and Kari, whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value that shares a card type with it from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't create a 2/1 Ragavan, right? First mate Ragavan. I mean, it's alright. I mean, it's okay. Sean's pretty cool. I just don't like the Universe Beyond. Just not a Universe Beyond guy. The new, is it, Miminin? Would be a pretty simple artifact deck if you just want to do Commander from the new set. Nah, that's not a me thing. I'm not a big fan of the... Not that I'm not a big fan of the Final Fantasy set, it's just not something I would, like, search out and build. Like, I pulled the Lorana the Third Path and threw it into my deck the other day, but that's about it. I really think you should try Mono Red. Really? Yoursome's pushing the Mono Red. Let me look back through Mono Red. Let me see if I can just find one that I like. Okay, let me go to the bottom. We'll go to the bottom up. I'll start from like here. Ooh, it's cool. Manichi Fevered Dream. 2 in a red, 1/2, 1 in a red. Switch each creature's power and toughness. How could we utilize that to be good? I like this a lot, actually. That's like super weird and just almost reads bad, which I like. I'm gonna save Manichi. I don't know how we would build that, but I actually like that. How would we build that? Manichi the Fever Dream. Switch each creature's power and toughness until end of turn. Not really a great way to build that one. I do like it though. It's just weird enough that I'm into it. Okay. Kellen Planar Trailblazer. 1 red for a 2/1, 1 in a red. It becomes a human fairy detective and gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. You may play that until end of turn. If it's a detective, it becomes a 3/2 rogue with double strike. Yuck. Talk about not fun. Hey yo, just got here. What the fuck is Evergreen? Oh, I just used that as a term as like a deck I'm locking in. I have 2 decks locked in. I have Taval and I have Arna. I'm really enjoying them. I'm gonna keep them. I'm locking them in. I want to keep building them and upgrading them. I want to build a third one, my third commander deck to just like officially lock in. You know what I mean? I build far too many decks and take them apart. So it's time that I build some that I like. Baral and Kari Zev is an insane polymorph commander. You can run Conspiracy Unraveler as a secret commander. In combination, you can do big mana counterspells and bombs. As long as they add to 10 CMC. Oh. Hang on a second. I actually like that. Hold on. Hold up. I like that one, actually. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value that shares a card type. Okay, so with all the polymorph effects, where you can like choose a creature and then you get to reveal off top till you hit another one, you can play those, trigger this, not have this trigger, get the 2/1 Ragavan, and then polymorph the Ragavan. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing from this? Destroy target creature, can't be regenerated. Yeah, it's controller. So you literally, oh, yeah, Spark Ears. I think I'm sorry, everybody. Spark Ears, I think just trump carded all y'all. I think Baral and Kari Zev is where this is at. We're doing the polymorph thing. We're not gonna do the classic polymorph thing. We're not just gonna polymorph into like, oh, I run Blight Steel, I run Emrakul, no. I don't know what the next piece is gonna be, but the next piece is gonna be fun. The next piece is going to be the fun part. Are there enough of these effects to actually make this a deck, though? How many polymorph effects are there that we can actually run? Polymorph tag. There we go. Is it polymorph? Yeah, it is. Okay, high synergy cards. Okay. Is it polymorph monkey tribal time? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm liking this. Okay. Is it Baral or Baral? Okay, hold on. Commanded. Baral. Um. Nah. What's a good name here? Let me think. Let me think. Hmm. No, 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 no. Polymorph's pretty bad. Is it polymorph? We're just gonna call it that for right now. Yes, it is. Isn't there a cool version of this card? Switch print. Kinda cool. Baral and Kari Zev. I actually think I have one of these, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Transmogrify. First things first, we gotta put all of these effects into this deck. Polymorph, Divergent Transformation. Chimp to Champ. There we go. Now that's good. I've made a Tali Secret Commander, making him unblockable, and Conspiracy Unraveler. Biggest issue you will have is card advantage. I know you said no to Naya, but check out Marath. Oh, Marath is one that I've wanted to build for a while. He's the gets counters, does damage, makes an XX guy. He's sick, but like, he's one that I've literally tried a couple of times. And I'm locked in on the Baral and Zeri Kari Zev. And when I'm locked in, I can't be unlocked. Reality scramble. So after we get all these cards in here, I need to figure out what the actual, like, big creatures I'm going to be digging for are, because I don't want them to just be generic big creatures. I actually want them to have, like, a theme and, like, have, like, a cool, like, you know, undertone to the deck here. Chaos Mutation? There's plenty of these, isn't there? You like to see it. I spelled that right? Jeez. Taking forever. Proteus Staff. Oh, wow. Yeah, I need that for sure. Oh, yeah, Spark Ears. That's true. There could be a whole secret commander situation here where I only run one other creature, and that's my secret commander in the deck. And I use the polymorph effects. Hmm. Hey, Reed. I appreciate that. Oh, what am I typing in protect for? Oh, Proteus Staff. 85 cents. Psh, what a steal. Luca. Nice. Luca is perfect. I don't know what's up with the search speed. It's awful right now. If you want to do that, you can always scryfall cards that say put cards from graveyard on bottom of your library. I'm trying to think if that's what I want to do. Do I want to come up with a theme, or do I want to have a secret commander? Because that's pretty cool. Are there okay? Are there creatures in blue or red that what? How am I trying to word this? That if I polymorph into them instead of my secret commander, they will also be able to get my secret commander? You know what I mean? Chaotic transformation. There are creatures in blue and red. Yes, there are. Okay, give you some examples. Throw them my way. I'm ready. Chaos Warp. Is that it? Do we have all of them in here now? There are 1, 5, 8, 9. There's 10 cards that do the polymorph thing. Is that enough? Oh, that's true. Secret Commander could be an enchantment or artifact. So all you need are creatures you can polymorph that can search for said permanent. Okay. That's actually fair. Oh, so what would I want it to be though? What would what would a cool secret commander be? Like if it can be an artifact, an enchantment, any of that stuff? Is there a good battle? Is it? That might be kind of bad though because can you burn battles? Cuz maybe we do that then. You know what I mean? That could be interesting. There's Invasion of Kaldheim. But you can't really search up battles. They're not enchantments. That sucks. Oh, what about rooms? That'd be cool to have a secret commander that's just like you're always trying to go for this really strong room and get it going. That would be cool. Mirror room would be pretty sweet as a secret commander. You're always trying to get mirror room. When you unlock this door, create a token that's a copy of target. Yeah, that's not really good though in the deck. Like the other side's pretty great, but what about this one? Charred Foyer. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. Once each turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast from exile. Yeah, what if we just do this? That I actually like. We go for a secret commander of Charred Foyer, so we get a bunch of stuff that can dig out a creature, or get can tutor up and dig us up an enchantment, and we get Charred Foyer and Warped Space, and we played Charred Foyer just to get some card advantage, and then Warp Space, and like literally our secret commander is just a win con we get on board as quick as possible with Charred Foyer and Warp Space. And then we're just playing giant spells off top for 0 from exile. Ooh, I like this. So we run giant spells, huge instants and sorceries, tons of polymorph effects so we can polymorph the Ragavan. All of our creatures are going to be things that can help us search and dig through a lot of our deck or straight up tutor enchantments. So we can get out Charred Foyer and Warped Space. And then start playing those giant spells for free. Tons of counter spells to protect it. How we feel about that? I kind of like that. It's weird, but I like it. So here's a rare one. When you unlock this door, this room deals damage equal to the number of cards in your hand to target creature and opponent controls. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. It's pretty good, but I'm not as into it as the other one that we looked at. Let me see if there's any other ones that I'm into. Yeah, I think Charred Foyer and Warp Space is kind of sick. It's weird, but that's like what we're looking for, right? We're not 100% locked in. I do really like this, though. Is there stuff that can tutor up or help me dig through enough cards that we can guarantee Charred Foyer in like most of our games by hitting one of these polymorphs on the monkey? Eye of the Storm. I don't know why my shit is so slow. 5 and 2 blue enchantment. Whenever a player plays an instant or sorcery card, remove it from the game. Then that player copies each instant or sorcery card removed from the game with Eye of the Storm. Yeah, that's actually sick. I'm going to save that one. That could be one of the big spells we cast for free from exile. Dream Shaper Shaman. 5 and a red for a 5/4. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 2 and a red and sacrifice a non-land permanent. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land permanent card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. This is pretty good because even if I don't have a Polymorph in my hand, I can just play like a Ponder or a Preordain or like a simple removal spell or something just to get the Ragavan. And then on my end step, trigger Dream Shaper and sack the Ragavan and just do the same thing that I'm trying to do. Yeah, Dream Shaper's great. I'm definitely going to throw that in there. Definitely not the most optimal. Hugely fun. Can lead to super turns, but it's my favorite win con. Eye of the Storm? Yeah, that's sick. Okay, so how do we interact with Chard? Is there any like cool stuff we can do to interact with Chard Foyer here? Because this is our secret commander. Almost every game we're going to have Chard Foyer out. At the beginning of your end step, or at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play the card. So you get bonus exile. You get like a Prosper Tome Bound in play without the treasure, which is nice. And then next turn, ideally, you turn it into Warped Space. And you can pay 0 rather than play the spell. Like, once you get that activated, that's extremely strong with the rest of the deck firing off. Like, here's the thing. Putting into play doesn't unlock rooms. Well, we are going to look for creatures that can tutor up an enchantment or help me look through enough cards that I can get an enchantment. But yeah, I don't think the Chard Foyer is going to work because I don't think there's going to be enough of that. And putting it into play isn't going to have it enter with the... Well, that's okay, actually. Is there enough cards that we can run? The tutors have to cast the enchantment for free. But it's what if we just like have the tutors like put it into our hand? That's fine. Or what if we run like a... Like one of the gods is a secret commander. Because they're technically... Are they creatures? If you don't have the right devotion and they're in your deck, do they count as creatures? Yes. Well, this could be interesting. Hold on. As long as you... When you reveal your first card, you draw each turn. Whenever you reveal a land card, you draw a card. Whenever you reveal a non-land card, deals 3 damage to a creature or player. I would like my secret commander to be something that could also use the Ragavan tokens. Like, once I get the other secret creature out that I want to run, I just start spell slinging and getting the Ragavan tokens each turn, but my commander, the secret commander that I get from the deck, can also use the Ragavan tokens. So that's a good starting point. So let's go, like, color red. Oh, let me make sure real quick. Maybe there's, like, a blue or red god that does some wild shit like that. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery card from your hand, it gains rebound. When Ogier picked dies, return to the battlefield. Oh, what if I do what if I do this guy as a secret commander? That's cool. We run all the polymorph effects to hit Ogier, and then he can like self-protect himself once he hits play, which is like super nice for a secret commander. And then he just gives all of our instants and sorceries we play rebound. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like this. And then we can run a bunch of cards that have like, in addition to casting the spell, sack a creature. Or we could run cards that are like, ooh, hold on a second. Now I'm crafting a different deck. We need to run black. Is there a commander that's really good for polymorph that is Grixis. Because that's what we need. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Saruman. I mean, whenever we cast a non-creature, we just get to amass orcs. Oh, wow. Saruman's incredible for that. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're running Saruman as the commander, okay? Oh, this is sick. How do we change commander? Change commander. Which one is he? I always forget which Saruman. Saruman the White Hand. Okay, so we're going to run Saruman the White Hand. We're not running Baral and Kari Zev anymore. We're running all the polymorph effects we can run. We're running the blue Oger as the only other creature in the deck. Which one is he? Oger. This one. This guy. We're running him as the only other creature in the deck. So we're going to try to... We're going to hit a polymorph, play it, amass orcs equal to the polymorph cost, polymorph the orc, hit into Oger, and then now every instant or sorcery we cast has rebound, which means it'll come back and cast for free the next turn. And now since we have access to black, we're gonna run a ton of the like village rights effects, like as an additional cost, sack a creature effects. As an additional cost, sack a creature to destroy a creature. As an additional cost, sack a creature to reanimate a creature. We're gonna run not reanimate a creature, I guess, in this deck, but we're gonna run all the effects that like have a bonus effect of sacking a creature, or when you cast them, you can sack a creature to like get a bonus, or anything we can utilize the creature that's getting created for, and use Oger to get that happening each turn. So like we guaranteed get 2 village rights, which we will guaranteed be able to use because of Saruman. Oh wait, you can't cast polymorph targeting the orcs if you haven't had made the orcs yet. Wait, then why was Baral and Kari Zev good? Eh? That's not even good then. Someone told me I could with the monkey though. I hate this game. I was so excited. Just play a cantrip beforehand. Yeah, but like that defeats the whole thing we were talking about. What? Somebody in chat told me I could do that with Baral and Kari Zev. And it's the same thing. Oh, I guess with the additional cost, though, right? Wait, no, with Polymorph. You're saying the Polymorph cards. Wait, then why is Baral and Kari Zev good in Polymorph? I don't understand. I thought I had it figured out earlier. Gotta have a target first, then the trigger will happen. I feel tricked and bamboozled by the chat. It's good because it makes a target, but you have to make the target first. Yeah. I guess. Yeah, that's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. Cuz I play Saruman and then I play like a cantrip or something. Get the orc, then play the thing. It's just a little clunky. It's a little frustrating that it doesn't work like that. Back to the drawing board. I don't think so. I still think I like this. A little less, but I still think I like this. Let me really think here. Let me think. How's Daddy feeling about this? Instead, because he makes a creature when he enters. You can basically chain polymorphs. Just draw like an EDB, draw impulse creature beforehand. How does it win? Outvaluing your opponents? That's what I was just going to ask. We need to figure out how this deck wins. Because Sarumaning into a Polymorph into Odra every game is really strong. Having that engine pop off is pretty insane. I almost feel like we could go, like, as silly as it sounds, like, burn if there's enough cards that, like, do direct damage to each opponent. Deal damage each opponent. I don't even know if there is anything. Crackle with power. Yeah, crackle with power would be insane. That needs to go in here. Okay. Blood for the Blood God. Cost 1 less for each creature that died this turn. Discard your hand, then draw 8 cards. Blood for the Blood God deals 8 damage to each opponent. Exile Blood for the Blood God. That doesn't work with Odra, does it? With Rebound? Blood for the Blood God will still exile itself? Or am I mistaken? Because if that works, that's really good. But I don't think it'll work. Extra turns because Rebound equals win. I hate extra turns. I'm not going to do that to anybody else, dude. It is the most miserable shit to play through. Crackle with power, that's going to go in here for sure. Do you still want to cast from exile? Because there are good cards that deal damage when you do that. No, we're not doing the room anymore. So we're not doing the cast from exile thing. Oh, actually, Rebound is casting from exile, is it not? If Rebound's casting from exile, actually, yes, some of that would be really useful. But we don't want to run any other we don't want to run any other creatures though, because then we'll hit them with the Polymorph. You know what I mean? What's up, Ron? Or Roan? Can we do Blood for the Blood God? Blood God is also a creature, so you might hit it with a Polymorph. No, it's not. Blood God's an instant. But it exiles itself afterwards. How does a spell that exiles itself afterwards work with Rebound? Because that could be pretty good. Yeah, whenever you cast instant sorceries, it doesn't have to be during my turn, so I can cast Blood for the Blood God during someone else's turn. Oh, does it? No, whenever you cast instant sorcery spell from your hand, it gains Rebound. Let me know, chat, if anyone knows this, how Blood for the Blood God works with Rebound. Because I really like that. I'm going to put it in if it works. 3 and a red for Blood Oath. Choose a card type. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. Blood Oath deals 3 damage to that player for each card of the chosen type revealed this way. It's whatever. Oh, actually, that's kind of funny with Rebound, though. Because you can target someone that's low and just guess, like, land or something. And if they reveal their hand the first time, and it has, like, 4 lands, you can just rebound it Blood Oath again and name whatever had the biggest amount the first time you used it. You can choose to replace the self-exile with the Rebound Exile, so it works. Oh, I'm excited then. Blood for the Blood God's enough to get me really pumped about this deck. Oh, yeah, I like that. I actually like Blood Oath. I don't think it's fantastic, but I think it's enough of a meme card that I could be into it. I want to put that in there, too. Actually, let's just throw some of this stuff in here now. Blood for the Blood God. Blood for the Blood. I think I have one of these, too, if I'm not mistaken. Blood Oath I like a lot. Let's see, is there any other ones? Dream Shaper Shaman we don't want to run because we want to make sure we hit Odra every game. So if we run that, we might accidentally hit that. Okay. What else do we have? Breath of Malfagor. Breath of Malfagor deals 5 damage to each opponent, and then when it gets Rebound, that's a 5 mana, deal 15, and then deal 15 again. Oh, I love this deck, actually. This is cool. I'm actually pumped. This is a cool build. Blood for the Blood God is exile. Placement pick. Wait, I'm sorry. Blood for the Blood God's self-exile is not a replacement effect, so it won't get rebounded. Ah, I need to stop getting too excited for stuff. I should have been like, I hate Blood for the Blood God. I hope this card never works in my deck. And then someone would have been like, actually, that card works perfectly in your deck. I'd have been like, damn. The mono blue Tigum could be a good secret lieutenant because he does the same thing essentially. Oh, oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, run a bunch of these commanders that all do the same like rebound thing. So no matter which one I hit, I get it going, and then if they remove it, I have another chance to get it going again. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell from your hand, if Tigum Eldritch Master attack this turn, that spell gains rebound. Oh, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, cop. Oh, with 4 times counters. Interesting. Which one do we do here? I kind of like them both. Kind of like them. I'm gonna add the new one. Okay. I also like River Song's Diary in here. I don't know if I've ever seen this card. 3 for an artifact. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell from their hand, exile it instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 or more cards exiled with River Song's Diary, choose one of them at random and cast it without paying its mana cost. Well, I don't want that to replace my... You know what I mean? Wouldn't that just, like, mess with my rebound thing if I had my rebound going? Passionate Archaeologist. That sounds like a creature. Unless it does the same thing. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, this is that crazy-ass background. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, this creature deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to target opponent. Yeah, every rebound I cast just comes back. Rebound's casting from exile, right? And then it'll just... Yeah, that's really good. No, because that's a replacement effect. You can choose to use Rebound's replacement effect instead of Diaries. Oh, man, you guys are so much smarter than I am. I'm so confused by this stuff. Okay. Okay, so I can either choose River Song or the replacement effect from Rebound? Okay. Oh, so I can stay rebounding while the opponent's stuff I can start casting for free. Okay, that's nice. I didn't know I could do that. Man, I didn't know I could do that. That's sick, dude. Oh, I didn't mean to add River Song. Ugh. There we go. Yeah, that's super good. Magar, the Hidden Strings, can make your spells in graveyard into creatures. I don't think he's worth a creature slot in the deck, though, with the Polymorph. Stay rebounding. I stay rebounding. Love Breath of Malfagor. That's sick. Delayed Blast Fireball would be nuts in this deck. Deals 2 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. If the spell was cast from exile, it deals 5 damage to each opponent and each creature. Delayed Blast Fireball is actually probably one of the most disgusting deck cards in this deck. Oh, man. Oh, man. Sorry, your boards are never going to stick. Sorry about you. Delayed Blast Fireball, indeed. More like Double Blast Fireball. Oh, that's so good. That's so good in here. 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 Faridia's Fireball. 3 and 2 white does 5 damage to our creature player. Roll a d20. If you get 1 through 9, it does 2 damage to each player. If you rolled a 10 through 20, it does 2 damage to each opponent. Not a big fan of that one. Flames of the Raise Boar, 5 and a red for an instant. Flames of the Raise Boar deals 4 damage to our creature and opponent controls. Then it deals 2 damage to each other creature. Yeah, whatever. I don't like that one either. Lava Ball Trap, 6 and 2 red. If an opponent had 2 or more lands enter the battlefield, that happens all the time. You may pay 3 and 2 red rather than pay Lava Ball Trap's mana cost. Destroy 2 target lands, and Lava Ball Trap deals 4 damage to each creature. Is that too mean to run in here? Nah. That's expensive as hell. But it's real good in here. Consider Nalfeshni. Nalfeshni, the whenever you cast from exile, you get to copy it. I think there's going to be a lot of powerful creatures that we could run in here, but I really want to just lock in the fact that we're going to... I honestly don't even want to run Taigam, if I'm being honest. Like, I want to lock in that, like, I want there to be a gimmick, if I'm being straightforward. I want Odr to be the only creature, and Sauron to be the engine to get Odr with the polymorphs. Past that, we're just going burn to everyone's face, and then rebounding all of this burn to everyone's face, so it's repeating. Ooh, Lava Ball Trap will kill my creatures. You are right. I'm taking that one out. I don't even think I put that one in. Oh, I just didn't put it in yet. Cool. Okay. Lindum would be pretty good. Maybe not. I need more damage than this. Oh, shit. That's it. Oh, I guess there's lose life and stuff, though. Draw a card, then discard a card. You lose 1 life. If the spell was cast from your hand, create a 0/1 black wizard. Oh, and this has rebound. That's pretty good. I feel like that fits the deck's theme. I also like this other one that makes... Oh, wait. We need instants that make those little wizard things. What are they? 0/1 black wizard creature tokens. We need to make some stuff that does that. Okay, so Oracle, create Oracle, 0, Oracle, wizard, token, Oracle, whatever, Oracle, deal, Oracle. Okay, that should be enough to find the little wizard pingers, right? Cornered by black mages. Ooh, yes. I'm thinking this will come up with them, right? Okay, yeah. Cool, so there are a few that we can pick from here. Circle of Power is going to be great. Draw 2 cards and create a 0/1 thing, and then it'll rebound. So you will be making 2 of the 0/1 black things that will then be pinging each opponent when you play instants and sorceries in this deck. Circle of Power is fantastic. I actually pulled one of those, so I've got one of these. Circle of Power is going to be really good in this deck. Cornered by black mages. 1 and 2 black for a sorcery. Target opponent sacks a creature. Create a 0/1 black mage token. Yeah, that just happens again with rebound. Sack another creature, make another black mage. Yeah, flood the board with these is actually nuts in this deck. That's actually really fucking good. Kuja, Genome, Sorcerer. It's me to rinse step, create a... Yeah. Sorry. Transpose we already put in there. How does Lindblum work with rebound? With the adventures thing? Can we just like... Is adventure a replacement effect? Can we do the same thing, or is it not? Is adventure something that has to happen? The mage tokens also give you fodder for poly. True. So if we hit those early, we can also just do that instead of play the commander and then poly to get our secret. That's actually great. Fiery Inscription would be good. Man, this thing is slow. It's adding the shit out of Fiery Inscription for it right now. Why is this running so bad? Hello? Yeah, it just didn't add it. Oh yeah, it did. Fiery Inscription, 2 and a red enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it deals 2 damage. Yes. Non-creature that does the ping thing. We love that. You can choose which effect to exile for adventures with rebound. Oh, okay. So we'll do... Lindblum can also go in here to make us some more little black mages. Oh, I'm liking this. Somebody recommended a card that they brought up again up here. Let me try to find it. Chandra's Ignition spares your commander. Chandra's Ignition might be pretty good in here. Wild Magic Sorcerer was the one that they... That's a creature, though. Right? The one that just, like, makes a copy of something? Knowledge Pool to spice things up. I refuse. That's my cousin's pet card. I see plenty of that already when we play. This is cool. Little Ogre Secret Commander with this guy. We could definitely win through Fiery Inscription and the mages, along with these big go wide damage to each opponent spells. It didn't put that one spell that I really liked in here. Where's that at? Breath of Malfagor. Breath of Malfagor. Finished editing the video today. It's going to be out tomorrow at 3. I really like it, so I hope you guys enjoy. It is a kind of unique style video compared to what we normally do. You guys have already seen a little bit of it. We went live about it at one point. Love Breath of Malfagor. That's really, really good. Oh, we need some effects that do... Okay. Each... Oh, wait. I know what's wrong here. We didn't search up sorcery. We were only looking at instants. That's what's wrong here. There we go. So let's replace this with sorcery. And we've probably got more Surrey. I'm so thirsty. I'm going to the gas station after this stream. I'm getting a drink. Very, very, very thirsty. Okay. Alpha Brawl, target creature an opponent controls deals damage equal to its power to each other creature that player controls. Then each of those creatures deals damage equal to its power to that creature. No. Blazing Volley, 1 to deal 1 to each opponent. No. 2 to deal 1 to each opponent. No. 1 to deal 3 to each opponent. Yes. Bolt Wave is very good. That's a 1 red to deal total of 18 damage in this deck. Yeah. Burning of Zinzi, destroy 4 lands. I ain't into that. Call forth the Tempest, 5 and 3 red for a Cascade. Call forth the Tempest deals damage to each creature your opponent controls equal to the total mana value of those spells you've cast, of other spells you've cast this turn. Oh wait, that's actually really good. Cascade, rebound, Cascade. Yeah, call forth the Tempest is pretty nuts. Odra only gives instance rebound, by the way. Oh my god, thank you. You just saved me so much time. So these won't work with Odra. Okay, so what's a secret commander that will give instance and sorceries rebound? Yeah, Tigum. We can do Tigum, right? Instance, sorceries, and dragon spells you control can't be countered by spells or abilities. That's really good. That's strong. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, if Tigum OG Master attacked this turn, that spell gains rebound. But then I can't do the instant stuff during people's turns, which I guess is fine, because the only reason I really wanted to do that was Blood for the Blood God, so that's still fine. It doesn't have to be rebound specifically. I still think Oger's the best one. Yeah. What about the other Taigem? Would the other Taigem be good enough to run as the Secret Commander? Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it, then copy the spell you cast with 4 times wait. Oh, then exile the spell you cast with 4 times counter on it. If it doesn't have spend against suspend. Yeah, 4 is really steep for that. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Odra's still the best. I don't know, but are we gonna have enough instants to make this worth it? Because you know what I mean. Like our Circle of Power doesn't have rebound now. Our Cornered by Black Mages doesn't have rebound now, which is both are really unfortunate. Those both seemed cool. Melek is it Paragon? It's not rebound, but it could still be fun. Yorzum, yeah, we just need to find the right instance. Ron Korahaden, copy spells, baby. That's true. I didn't think about that. We could also just run. Alania's pretty good. Whenever you cast a spell, if it's the first instant spell, the first sorcery spell, or the first otter spell other than Alania you've cast this turn, you may have target opponent draw a card. If you do, copy that spell. That'd be a pretty good Secret Commander to get out and then just start. Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot, Yorsum. You're right. Does a Secret Commander have to be legendary? No. Are there any non-legendaries that just give your stuff rebound? Now that's interesting. I didn't think about that. Oh. Oh, I see. Yeah, those are it. What are we thinking here? Let me look back at the copy stuff. There might be some stuff that, like... There might be a cool instant or sorcery copier that's essentially doing the same thing as Rebound, except quicker. Like, Alania's pretty good. If we could get her out, she's doing the same thing as Rebound, except the same turn we're playing spells, which is even better. When you cast an instant sorcery spell, the target's only ability will activate. Whenever you cast a copy of an instant sorcery spell, create a 0/0. Oh gosh. Man, would she be cool? I feel like she'd be cool as a Secret Commander. We could still keep doing the stuff we're doing here. But then we're just going like a random make a big token fractal strategy. Yeah, nah. I'm going too off the rails with that one. You can take out legendaries here too. Oh yeah. I keep forgetting. Legendaries just seem like they're the only ones that would have it. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I know that's not true. That's just what they read like to me. That's what they read like to me. That's what they read like to me. Okay. Arcane Proxy enters the battlefield if you cast it. Nope. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only a single non-land permanent an opponent controls, if another opponent controls one or more non-land permanents that spell could target, choose one of those permanents, copy that spell. That's kind of cool. Exterminator Magmark's actually kind of neat as a secret commander. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only a single non-land permanent an opponent controls, if another opponent controls one or more non-land permanents that spell could target, choose one of those permanents, copy that spell. The copy targets the chosen permanent. At that point, I could just run the Grixis guy that copies my spells for each opponent, though. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing. Gandalf's pretty great. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. You may tap or untap target permanent. Gandalf the Grey deals 3 damage to each opponent. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy, or put Gandalf on top of the library. I want like a better way to utilize the amass orcs thing we have going, like with the other commander we're using. If it's not going to be rebound, I want the other commander to be synergizing with like the orcs in some way or something like that. So let's do like sacrifice. Type creature. Oracle sacrifice. And then we'll just organize by EDH rec. Because our secret commander could just be a sack engine that we're utilizing. I mean, like Braids could be our secret commander. You know what I mean? Saruman to get the polymorph, to polymorph the Saruman token to hit Braids. And then with Braids, just keep utilizing the small spells we'll run to keep getting amassed orcs, to keep guaranteeing we have a Braids trigger to sack. That seems kind of slow, though. You know what I mean? That almost seems a little too slow to me. I like the synergy, but it's a little slow. Clones? Big clones? Nah. Not a huge clone guy. I made the video about it, but actually playing it, I'm not really all that fond of it. Whenever a creature sacrifices another creature, Yeheni gains indestructible. Oh, what if we do Yeheni Secret Commander? That could be cool. I kind of like that. You get out Yeheni and he's just a 2/2 haste, and then whenever an opponent's creature dies, he gets a 1/1, so he'll just quickly become huge over the course of the game with all the like board wipe effects and stuff we run. The one-way board wipes. And then we can always have a creature up to give him indestructible, so he's just able to protect himself like a freaking monster, because we'll always have the amassed orcs up to sack to Yeheni. Without commander damage, kind of hard. That's kind of why I like it, though. I'm sure we could find something better, though. I'm going to save it just in case, because I do like that. That's something I can vibe with, you know? Yeah. My eyes are blurry. What could we run as another? Ooh. Ooh. Man, but it returns a creature card from your graveyard. I like that, but the whole if this interaction was anything else but having to do with creatures, it would be great. I would like one that ETBs and I could sack a creature, because it would be pretty easy with cantrips to amass orcs to get that thing to be pretty sizable. Like Ruthless Technomancer, when it comes inside a creature, you get a bonus equal to that creature's power. Like something like that would be cool. Let me see. Enters equal power. There we go. Nothing. Wick deck. Sidisi. Sidisi won't fit in here though. Oh. Ignore me. Sidisi's a tutor though. I kind of like that though, because now we could have a secret commander that's anything. Because now we just go our commander into polymorph, hit Sidisi, Sidisi. Wait. No, because we wouldn't. No, because once we polymorph, we wouldn't have another orc to amass, right? Because our polymorph would shuffle away the orc, then there would be nothing to hit anymore. We'd have to play another spell for Sidisi to hit something, right? Ugh. That's so lame. Well, you could sacrifice herself. Hold on a second. Hold up. She can sack herself. Wick plus Warehouse Tabby plus Auras. Snails go burr. Yeah, I'm not doing Wick. As tempting as that is. I don't feel like Polymorph would, right? Because if I have to lock in the targets beforehand, and I target the thing that I'm going to sack and then cast the spell's effect doesn't happen until the spell's cast, right? So then once I cast the spell, it'll just amass orcs, add another 1/1 to my orc, and then I'll target the orc that I was polymorphing, and that'll kill that orc, right? Don't knock Wick till you try Wick. It's pretty good. That's pretty good, not going to lie. Either way, Sidisi can hit herself, so we could technically do Sidisi instead. No, I'm not down for that. That just doesn't feel right. That's not really. It's okay. Yeah, Sidisi can exploit herself. Yep. That's what I was thinking, but I'm not sure if that's what I want to do, though. I don't know why my computer's so slow tonight. Like, it's crazy slow. Sacrifice a creature, but do I don't want to do that. Hmm. 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 That's okay, I guess. Scryfall is slow, not your PC. Okay, I was gonna say, like, this is running gobsmackingly slow. Oh, I can't run it. It's black green. Damn. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm hitting a bit of a stalemate here. I kind of like Yahenni, because we can tutor it up, and then we get access to blue and red as well in the deck. Run a bunch of sacrifice, one-way board wipes, or one-way sacrifice. Oh no, dies. One-way board wipes, like all the red stuff we have, like the delayed blast fireball and shit. Just to board wipe opponents over and over and over and get Yahenni to be massive. And then just, like, protect him with our amassed orcs that we're constantly going to have to give him indestructible. But then it's like, what's our win con if they get rid of Yahenni? That's what the problem, I guess, with any, like, secret commander is, though, is like, what's the win con after they get rid of that secret commander? It's like, not a lot. I do like Yahenni. Let's look at type, instant, type, or oracle, each opponent. Let's see what comes up. Let's just see how many each opponent effects we can get that are decent that we can get to keep coming back. Because maybe the rebound thing is the way to go here. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with rebound on it. That seems really good. Delayed blast we already did. Shieldrids is really good. Each opponent sacrifices. Yeah, this actually just might be the way to go still. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest mana value. Yes. Creature control. You and target opponent each draw. Yeah, it's whatever. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each opponent gets a poison counter. Draw a card. So each person will get 2 and you'll draw 2. That's whatever. Illusionist Gambit. Remove all attacking creatures. Yeah, these just switch control. Ascend. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. If you have the city's blessing, instead each opponent sacrifices half the creatures they control rounded up. Vona's Hunger is disgusting in that. Jeez. Yeah, I think the PC or the instant build is definitely still the way to go. Yorson or yeah, I think it was Yorson that was saying that. I agree. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Exile the top 3 cards of your library in a face-down pile. Says that's will. Each opponent sacks a creature. We like that. Any number of opponents each discards their hands and draws 7 cards. Ooh. At instant speed. Ooh. Having that rebound's actually kind of sick. 1, that's making someone ditch a ton of cards. 2, you can do that in response to someone having drawn a ton of cards. That's actually kind of good in here. I like that. Transpose we put in here. Elmister's Simulacrum. For each opponent, you create a token that's a copy of a creature they control. Yes, that seems really good in this deck. Tempt with Mayhem. Yeah, choose it and copy it. Whatever. Untap all your stuff. Roll 2 d10s and choose 1 result. Return a creature card from your graveyard. We don't really need that. Each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Perfect. Maestro's Charm is actually exactly what we need in this deck. Hazel's Nocturne. We don't return creatures, so we don't care. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. Each opponent returns a non-land power. Yeah, it's whatever. Target opponent loses 1 life for each attacking creature you control. That's a really good card, but we don't need it. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Separate them into 2 piles. An opponent chooses one of those piles and puts it into your hand. Oh yeah, I actually saw this the other day. Intrude the Mind. This is a perfect deck for that. Esper to Magicite? Espers to Magicite. 3 and a black for an instant. Each opponent exile each opponent's graveyard. When you do, choose up to 1 target creature card exiled this way. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's an artifact, and loses all other card types. That's not very good to copy. It'll just come back and do nothing. Decoy Gambit. For each opponent, choose up to 1 target creature that player controls, then return that creature to its owner's hand unless its controller has you draw a card. Oh, that's really good. Copying that twice, drawing a bunch of cards. People don't want their stuff getting bounced. You could also go Lear, Disciple of the Drowned, and focus on flashback shenanigans. True. I'm liking this, though. I didn't realize there was this many instances that were actually, like, this good at affecting each opponent. This is actually perfect. 2 damage to any target, 1 damage to each artifact. Yeah, it's okay. We don't need that one. For each artifact or creature in target opponent's graveyard, add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool and gain 1 life. That's really good. Play that during our turn to mana ramp for a shit ton, and then have it rebound and mana ramp again for a shit ton. What? Urborg's Justice. Target opponent chooses and buries a number of creatures he or she controls equal to the number of creatures put into your graveyard from play this turn. That might be useful if we could do like village rights to sack one of the things, and then like amass again, sack it, amass again, sack it, then play Urborg Justice to like get everybody to sack 3. But then the rebound will be useless. That doesn't do anything. Let me throw some of these in here. Soul Shatter, Shieldred's Edict, Flare of Malice. It might just be my computer. Like everything I was trying to load earlier was being all slow. I don't know why it's doing this. There we go, Soul Shatter. Shieldred's Edict. So slow. Flare of Malice. There we go. Vona's Hunger. Thought typing in the full name would make it go quicker. I was wrong. Vona's Hunger. Set's Will. There we go. Wheel and Deal. Wheel and Deal seems pretty solid in here. I actually really like that. Elmister's Simulator. I'm not a huge fan of Elmister's, actually, now that I'm looking at it again. Maestro's Charm I really like. Make everybody drain 3, gain 3. Everyone lose 9. I gain 3, lose 9 again. I mean, total. Gain 3. It's really good. Intrude the Mind is a definite one. I'm also going to put Factor Fiction in here because it is also an instant that I love playing. Decoy Gambit, Spoils of Evil. Spoils is actually really good. Now that's a spicy card in here. Okay, what else do we got? Target player loses 1 life. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact or creature. We already have Blood Oath in here. Public Execution, destroy target creature and opponent controls. Search library, we don't need that. We don't need that. Okay. So that was all of our each opponent cards. That's pretty fair, though. Like, this, I actually like all these. Choose a card type, target opponent reveals their hand and then takes that much. Each opponent loses, or takes 5. This is one of our polymorphs. Make a copy of something each player controls. Deal damage to each opponent. Polymorph has us draw. Each opponent sacks. Has us draw. Each opponent loses 3. Each opponent sacks. Each opponent sacks. Adds a ton of mana. Each opponent sacks or adds us a ton of thralls to our commander. And with the whole choose 1 or more if you control your commander. Yeah, really good. Vonos has everyone sack. Wheel could have people repeat Wheel back to back. These all seem actually really, really strong. And then rebounding all of these on top of like the Inscription, some of these black mages we have that we can play, also seems like a good way to win. Riversong's Diary, and now that you'd explained it to me, is insane in this deck. Being able to cast opponent stuff and then being able to wiggle our stuff around it. That's really solid. What other effects? Actually, let's see. We need to put like our actual card draw and removal and stuff in here that I normally put in. We don't need Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp might be good, actually, with the Saruman thing. Because if we just cast like a normal like Ponder or something, we can just equip Skull Clamp to a 1/1 orc and just draw 2. That's a possibility. Staff of Completion's great. Staff of Domination's a little expensive. Mole Drifter is a no because it's a creature. Disciple's a no because it's a creature. Ghost is a no. Phyrexian Arena, sure. Valakut Exploration, sure. Blue Sun Zenith is too pricey with the 3 blue. We already got some card draw with Intrude the Mind and Factor Fiction. Quick Study, sure. I think Maestro Charm does some kind of draw. Yeah. And then Ponder, Windfall, Painful Truths, Night Whisper. Cool. Okay. That looks fine. And then we'll do our Rocks and Ramp, which we don't need this money. We're going to do like 14 because I want to make sure we can get our mana ramp. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. That's fine. That's fine for mana ramp. That works with me. You could also go. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm reading the same thing again. Rocks, ramp, draw, and then we need removal. Make sure there's no creatures. No creatures. Unable to Scream is fine. We have a few pieces of board wipe and removal already. Go for the Throat, Heartless Act. We have Soul Shatter type effects in here as well already. Some direct damage and one-way board wipes already. Offer you can't refuse and counterspell. Both seem good. Any removal down here? Faithless looting I'm not a huge fan of. I do like Vandal Blast and Blasphemous Act though. Those need to go in here. Boom boom. And we actually need to cut some cards because right now we're going to be running. Wait. Yeah, 32 lands. We run around 38. So we need to cut 6 cards. Mystic Reflection can copy army tokens into the best thing on the field. Yeah, but if we're sacking them, I don't know if we want to do that. You know what I mean? Because I think for a lot of our stuff, we're going to... Oh, yeah. We need to put in like Village Rites and those type of sack effects for card draw as well. Didn't you want cantrips to trigger Saruman? Yes. We need to put those in as well. It's the slowest this has ever been. I hate how opt doesn't come up. When you type it in, it's like, come on, man. Just have opt come up. Got opt, preordain, serum visions, sleight of hand, consider. Those are the only ones I can think of right now. That's pretty good though. Off top, that's not bad. What? How am I misspelling slight? Is it like that? No. I'm just dumb. I spelled that right. Coincide. Okay. So we got opt, preordain, ponder, consider, sleight of hand, serum visions. Not bad for a little cantrip package right off the bat. What are some other ones? Because those are the style ones that I kind of want to jam pack in here. Oh yeah, Faithless Looting, the one that I just got rid of, actually is good in here. I forgot that we were really looking for small ones that could trigger this. Village Rites is one that we're gonna need. What's the other one? Gataxian Probe. Yep. Yep. Gataxian Probe. Very good. What are some of the other sack ones? What's the one that gives you like a... that what those say? Additional cost? Yeah, Altars Reap. Altars Reap. We want ones that can like be copied, ideally. So we're looking for instants. Let's see if there's any more instant ones. Sacrifice a creature, add mana at the casting cost. Nope. Sacrifice a creature, gets -6/-6 race. That's for 5, jeez. Sacrifice a creature, put into play a number of tokens equal to that creature's power. Ooh, Carrion's really good in here. If we can just stack up a big enough amassed army, we can just crack it and then have a bunch of stuff to start sacking, which is actually really, really nice. As an additional cast cost a spell, sacrifice any number of creatures. We don't want that. Sacrifice a creature, does 3 damage to any target. Eh. Corrupted Conviction is one that we want. Ghostly Plunder. Deadly Dispute. Or Costly Plunder, I think. Yeah. Deadly Dispute. Sacrifice an artifact. Or discard a card, yeah. Sacrifice any number of spirits. Sacrifice a creature, search your library for a card, and put it onto the battlefield. Diabolic Intent's actually really... I don't like tutors, though, so I'm not going to put that in there, actually. Sacrifice X creatures, destroy X creatures, sacrifice an artifact, or creature, destroy target creature, or spacecraft. I'm looking for instants, though. Eviscerator's Insight's going to be good. I spelled that right. Come on. Yeah, I knew I spelled it right. I knew I spelled it right. Flare of Malice. What is Flare of... Oh, I have one in here already. Boop. Extract a Confession is not an instant. Financial Offer is going to be good. Or financial? What does that say? Fanatical? Oh, Fanatical. Fanatical Offer. Fatal Grudge. Sack a permanent. Each opponent chooses a permanent the controller shows a type and sacrifices it. Draw a card. Fatal Grudge is actually really good. I like Fatal Grudge in here. Some removal, little cantrip action. Fiery Convulsion, don't need. Choose 20. Oh, Final Strike. Choose one of your oh, it's a sorcery though. You can choose one of our creatures and have it deal its damage to each opponent, which is good, or to your opponent. Feel a dragon card from your hand. Sacrifice an artifact. Sacrifice a goblin. Sacrifice a creature. Fling could be pretty good. No, it won't, because when it comes back, it won't be able to do the double time thing. So, Flare of Malice. My bad. Oh, you're good, Red Cabbage. I forgot we put it in. I honestly forgot what that name was. So, surprise, surprise. As an additional cost to cast a spell, 4 damage to any target. We're looking for like each opponent type deal, if anything. Put 3, draw cards, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Destroy target creature, sacrifice a legendary creature, pay 2. It's not what we want. A lot of sorceries that do this. As an additional cast cost, spell sacrifice a creature. If it was sacrificed was legendary, draw 3 cards instead. Nasty End is kind of good because it's just the same thing we're trying to do, but if we need an extra card, we can sack the commander to try to get like a last minute ping if we need it or something. I kind of like that. Nasty End. Sacrifice one of your creature. Add an amount to your mana pool equal to that creature's mana cost. We do not care about the creature's mana cost, unfortunately. 5 damage to any target. Target creature. We don't want target. We would prefer all. Damage to each creature. Not really what we're looking for. Target opponent chooses and discards a card. 4 damage to creatures to any target. Village Rites is another one that we want. I think I already put that one in here. Actually, I think that was the first thing I put in. Vivisection. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 3 cards. A 4 mana, draw 3 cards. It's a sorcery, though. If it was an instant, it'd be really good in this deck. 4 damage to any target, +4/+2 until end of turn. Okay. So we found all of our stuff. This feels fine. I feel like we have plenty of cantrips now. We've got... Let's see. Consider... Opt... Gataxian Probe, Preordain, Ponder, Serum Visions, Faithless Looting. If we're counting like 2 drops that also draw us a card, we're also running... where are they? I mean, Night's Whisper, technically. There was another one that we put in that drew me a card. Oh, Fatal Grudge also draws you a card. We got plenty of 1-drops that'll just straight up draw us cards now, like Village Rites, Corrupted Conviction, Costly Plunder's a 2-drop, Altar's Reaps a 2-drop. I feel like we got plenty of ways to like be cantripping and digging through our deck, and constantly upkeeping on our little thing here, and then we'll constantly be reiterating all of our damage spells over and over again on top of some of our pingers, which I think we'll see plenty of with the amount of like card draw and digging we have in the deck, which I like. Let me add some land. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna post a link to this in the description for this so you guys can click on it. Okay. If you guys reload the stream, the link to this deck will be down in the description for it now. If you guys want to check it out and you know, drop some comments for some stuff we might want to drop out of the deck for some of this stuff. We're gonna get rid of some of these lands because it's 40, but other than that, yeah, I like the deck. This is actually one that I am considering building. I don't know if this is it. I don't know if this is 100% the 3rd Evergreen deck. It might be. It might not be. I do like this a lot, though. This is a very interesting deck. Worst comes to worst, I definitely could see this being on a future unique deck video. So, you know, worst comes to worst, it's gonna be that. I do like this though. There's certain the only thing it's lacking is that one card that really makes me want to run it. Blood for the Blood God was that card, but it doesn't work. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So yeah, if you guys got any suggestions for the deck, drop them in the comments for the VOD. We're gonna check it. VODs stay up a week on the channel and then I take them down. So make sure to drop some comments in the live, drop some comments on the VOD, so we can update the deck before, you know, live streams aren't available anymore. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, like it says at the top of the screen, become a patron, become a YouTube member. Helps out the channel a ton. Other than that, though, the best way you can support me is just watch some of my videos. It's free, and it helps me out a ton. Tomorrow, I've got a video dropping at 3 o'clock. Just to get you guys hyped, it's going to be the what percentage of Strixhaven is enrolled video. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. I'm excited about it. I think the video came out really, really well. I'll give you like a little sneak peek of it. How do you guys like that? We'll give you a little sneak peek. I hate how I look in videos, but that's okay. We'll give you I'll play 5 seconds of it before I dip out of here. All right, let me make sure I got my thing turned up. All right, here we go. A little sneak peek for you. Strixhaven School of Mages has a super special place in my heart. As ashamed as I am to admit it, back in 2015 with the release of Battle for Zendikar, I took the longest break I have ever taken from the game, that being 6 years of not worship a blood avatar. Worship a blood avatar. Now that's as good as you can get. Okay. Oh shit, wait, we're sacrificing to destroy stuff? What about Lucerius the Eternal? Lucius the Eternal. That sounds like a creature. That sounds like a creature to me. Because we still only want Odger to be our secret commander here with the polymorph effects. Yeah. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Alright, I'm hopping off. I gotta take my meds. I gotta finish some stuff up, and I gotta crash. So, thank you guys for checking me out. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you liked the setup. I just stuck my camera way higher up this time. It's a little unflattering when I'm like sitting like this 90% of the time. But hey, that's alright. What can you do? I will see you guys tomorrow at 3 for the upload. Friday night deck reviews. If you want to get your deck in for the Friday night deck reviews, up there, top of the screen, you can join YouTube, Patreon for as low as $1. Submit your decks on a forum you can find there. Outside of that, appreciate you guys stopping by. You guys always show a ton of support. So, yeah. Made my night better. Hopefully I made yours a little better. I'll see you guys next time.